everyone watching Dress to Express. My name is Yekaterina, I'm from Lithuania, and I am in Denmark since the middle of August. I found some weird things about the Danes. For you who are watching this, it might sound very strange, but that's how we see you. Flags. Why are you using it everywhere? For birthdays, for Christmas, for opening the shop or closing the shop, for wedding? Your cinnamon ceremony, it's so weird for the foreign people. And your street fashion, let's see some examples. Yeah, it's dark, it's gray, it's boring. I am pretty sure you can find very interesting examples. But in general, let's agree, it's kind of dark. Is it because of world-known Danish hygge? Or weather? Or equality? I wonder if the style of dressing is because of the weather. Let's see other cities and the street fashion there. For example, New York, kind of cold city, but still you can find many colors and many shapes and many patterns. Moscow or London, Milan, and some examples from Tokyo. As you can see, many colors, and this is not so boring. As a foreigner, I want to know why Danish street fashion is the way it is. To help answer my questions, I invited two experts. And the first is Cecilia Bach-Lindhardt, the designer of accessories and the owner of Studio Fronterne. Yes? Welcome, Cecilia.
Thank you.
Yes, Cecilia, tell me a little bit about your way to fashion industry.
It's actually started very early in the beginning. I was a very small girl and I just started to sew small coats actually for my Barbies. And I always did draw a lot, so that was my start of it. Yeah.
Yes, and you know, let's make clear between fashion and personal style. What is the difference? Because many people are mixing them.
Yeah, definitely. When fashion is, you can see on the catwalks, runways, and in the stores, it's getting like there, and then you can pick out different kind of clothes, and then you can combine it maybe with vintage things, and that is how the style is coming.
Personal style.
Yes, personal style.
Okay, let's talk about the Danish street style. How you can describe it?
I will describe it like a very structural, very straight lines, maybe kind of architectural. But of course, like as you're saying, it's gray, dark and black. You can see also I'm in black, but I'm maybe doing a twist with shoes and hats. But normally in the Danish street picture, you really see all these kind of look like the same most of the time. Of course, you see some different people is popping up in during the street. Yeah.
Yes. What is the reason for people dressing like this straight line and kind of architectural and dark?
I think most of the time it's because it's in fashion, in the Scandinavian fashion world. And also I think it's not all people need to look differently. So maybe it's just kind of a uniform for them. And that's also cool. So, and then the other people that want to dress a little bit more elegant, you can go higher.
Cool. Thank you, Cecilia.
Thank you.
And we have one more guest. One day I was walking around in Aarhus, around those black, white, gray, massive, similarly dressed people, and boom, one person just stroked me. I thought she just ran away from theater or film set. I had to walk up to her and find out who is she and why she dressed so amazingly. I'm really happy that I met one unique lady in the street of Aarhus, Lisa Salversen. Welcome to studio.
Thank you.
Lisa, for me, you are stylish stranger, but who are you? What do you do in life?
I am kind of a jack of all trades. I do a lot of things. I teach, I try to inspire minimalism and essentialism through my own blog, Flitty Lisa. And then I'm a professional animal rights advocate, which was where you met me. I was handing out vegan cookies to show that you can make delicious food without animal ingredients.
Yeah, it's so nice, but today we're talking about the Danish street style, and what do you think about it?
I have to agree with Cecilia. It's a bit uniform. It seems uninspired somehow, as though people haven't made an effort to find out what suits them and just go with the flow because it's the easy option, which it is. It's difficult to stand out.
Why is the way it is? Like, what can you like name the reasons? Like, is it weather? Is it something?
Well, maybe you just haven't found the inspiration to stand out, because why should you? I think it's a personal thing. I didn't feel at home in jeans and sweatshirts, so I tried something else. But I think a lot of people do feel at home, and that's how they feel.
Okay, ladies, you are very different, and you can see it clearly at the street. How did you come to this? Where was your inspiration? We know that you started when you was a little, yeah. And Lisa, what about you?
I just didn't feel at home in the high street shops, so I looked on the internet and found a community of people dressing in vintage clothing, old clothes. I mean, this dress is from the 40s. I never thought I'd wear something that was older than my grandmother, but it feels right for me.
When you started to dress like this?
A couple of years ago, sort of phasing it in, and I mostly dress in vintage, but I do have some high street stuff still. But it sort of still speaks to this era, and I can mix and match.
Cecilia, do you dress vintage all the time, or
not all the time? I'm mixing quite often, actually. I have a collection of a lot of vintage shoes and also new shoes, but then I'm also collecting very old vintage dresses, like evening gowns, so from the 30s and 50s and 60s maximum. Yeah.
How do people react to your style at the street? Do you get any comments or compliments?
A lot of comments, yes, and also compliments, yes, definitely. There was one time I was walking in Kolding, and I was having my bowler hat on and a stock with me, so I was like very English, British way, and then a long brown skirt. And some guys was just saying, "Hey, good style," was yelling at me like that. So it's can be very good as well.
Lisa, what about you?
I find it's mostly positive compliments. Lovely to see someone wearing colours, or lovely to see someone wearing a hat. Just people who might be a bit in this direction themselves and maybe not dare to jump into it. And then sometimes I get asked if I just came from a carnival or something, but it's
that I also tried.
Can you say that you need specific personal features to have advanced style?
Not at all. I think it's the other way around. Part of the reason I found out that this was the style for me is because if I don't pin my waist, I look a bit heavier than I am, and the Danish street fashion is all about flowing clothes, not close fitted. So I needed to find something fitted, and that was in the 40s and 50s. So it sort of happened that way around. So I think whatever your body shape is, you can find something that speaks to you.
Definitely, yeah.
Cool.
Definitely.
Let's talk about the colors, yes? Can colors of clothes change your mood, and how?
Definitely. Every morning I haven't decided what I should wear. It depends all of my mood. And sometimes I feel like now it's all black today, but with a twist, of course, like a long skirt and maybe a big hat or something. And sometimes I'm wearing like stripe, not jeans, but trousers, and also striped blouse. So it's all a lot of lines, yeah.
Yeah, I think it definitely can. This is actually what I have that's most boring, the darkest, close to Danish clothing. I have nothing in black or grey. It's always colourful. I like green and purple and blues and different patterns with flowers on them as well. And it always heightens my mood to look my best every day. There's no reason to dress down when you know that colors can help lift you up.
Let's say I want to change my style. How should I start if I have, let's say, very limited budget?
I think it depends of what style you have from the beginning, of course. But if you just have a normal Scandinavian style, you could dress it up with some jewelry, like very big jewelries, colors, or just very minimalism could also be, just to take in that direction. And shoes, of course, or hats, earrings, anything, like bags also.
I would start by asking why you would want to change your style. Why don't you feel comfortable? What's the...
Okay, let's say I want to bring more colors, or I want to become a person that you can, to see at the street when I'm walking.
Okay, so you want to create
something specific, advanced style, let's say.
Well, I just say find something you're comfortable in. I never intended to find an advanced style. I just looked for what I like to wear and what I felt most me. And that's the style you should choose.
Okay, can you share some tips how small details can make a difference to your style? You mentioned some, but maybe you have like more examples, like for example, to this black, let's say, outfit, to put something and how it can twist into another side.
For example, I wear a hat today, and you could also wear more different kind of hats, so it was more in the way, yeah. And then all with jewelry, for example, if I was wearing your beautiful necklace here, it will definitely make another change, but in a good way.
Yes, Lisa?
Small
your
things.
advices?
Small things. I like brooches and different shades of lipstick. It just, small things really can make a difference.
Yes, and I think a smile.
Yes, of course. Don't hold that back.
And a smile. Thank you, ladies, so much. So, dear viewers, thank you for watching Dress to Express, and do not forget that colors can change your mood and lift it up. Be unique, be yourself, be awesome. Dress to Express.